Hello, welcome to Project Dice Games. Myself, Jonathan, is here with Gavin, and we are going to give you a short review of the North Swole box, which Gavin picked up at the UK Games Expo this year. I managed to paint it in time for a video, so for our first run out. So we're going to give you a quick run through the characters today.
Big shout out to Jonny for getting them ready so we can get them on the channel. Had a really enjoyable first game with them.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll see that in the coming weeks once we get it edited and get it out there.
Get it out, yeah. So. We've been falling behind a wee bit, but that's just work commitments and things. So the first character I suppose we'll start with is Old Thick Nick. So the sort of Santa Claus type character there. So this box actually, before we kind of go into that, the box comes in at 1.325 dosh, so it's slightly above the standard 1 million dosh. So you're getting almost like an extra superstar in this box, and he's your superstar.
For free.
Well, essentially for free if you're buying the box, but it means that the box isn't quite balanced. You need to make a decision on that. So again, his stats are pretty strong. I felt he's got a decent amount of health. He has a special ability which I'll talk about, and to be fair, in the video that we played I think I forgot about it most turns. You're on the naughty list, which is a very apt ability. So at the start of this wrestler's activation, select one enemy wrestler. This wrestler gains fury on all brawl attacks and active abilities made against the target wrestler until the end of this activation. So you're getting a free hit essentially, which is always nice on any character.
Yeah, coming up against them in the video, once we release it, you'll see I played one of Johnny's factions that I quite fancied, and he was a very difficult character to take down. With having 10 health and his loadout of attack, defence and grapple dice, very strong, all silver, copper +1. Most of his specials are all silver and gold with +1s and +2s, and again big damage numbers when he gets them off. Mm-hmm. So yeah, a very very strong character. If you were to drop him from the team, I think he would weaken the team quite sufficiently.
Yeah.
However, it's not to say that the rest of the characters are undercosted, but the full box is quite strong.
Yeah, absolutely. The second wrestler that we're going to have a chat about is the Barb Elf. She's a grappler, and positioning her will be pretty strong in your list. She has a special ability called Toy Spotter. If another friendly wrestler makes a grapple attack or a grapple ability on a wrestler which is in base to base with this model, they gain an additional copper die. So again, positioning your models and essentially bullying or victimising a model can be pretty strong. So again, quite interesting if you can get the box working together.
Yeah, again, when we come up against her, she was a strong character. Again, quite well balanced. Attack and defence are a couple of coppers. Her grapples 2 silver, and her dexterity is gold +1. She doesn't have that much in her armoury from special rope attacks or turnbuckle attacks, but she is very hands on, and she does have some good abilities, and positioning the models against her and base to base and surrounding areas is key to defeating her and not letting her get her special moves off.
Yeah, and again with regards to positioning your models, this one, the next character, Fitness Tree, can be quite negative playing against because he's got quite a strong ability. he's got an ability called Pines and Needles. So every time this wrestler loses 3 stamina, each other wrestler in base-to-base contact gains a bleeding counter. So that's friendly and enemy. So if you can position this model well, and you attack him and want to take him out, you're going to suffer a little bit of drip feed damage as well. Again, his stats, Gav will go through the stats, but he's got 12 health, so he's pretty tanky, and it looks like his defence is pretty strong as well.
Yeah, it took me nearly two full rounds to eliminate him from the board, and that was pretty much me using my full team. So we did get a lot of bleed. Yeah. I can vouch for that. I think at one point we had 2 wrestlers with 4 bleed on them, and everybody else surrounded them. So again, stat wise, he's really tough. Attack, defence is gold, silver +1s. His dexterity is copper +1, but he's slow and he's not got very much AP. But what he does have in the tank is his capability off the ropes and off the turnbuckles with massive devastating attacks and real damage creators for you. So I went with the idea of trying to get him out there as quick as possible, but it probably wasn't maybe the best idea to use my whole team, and
everyone's bleeding.
Probably hinder myself for latter stages of the fight, but it's one of the things. You either let them roam about the board and try and deal with it at the end, or you try and deal with it at the start. So yeah, it's a good character, very solid, and it does take a lot of punishment. So good to have in your team.
Yep. The next character is Gainzdeer. Again, he's a specialist off the ropes. He's got 8 health, and his special ability is the Swoller Express. So he's steaming towards you. He's got the rocket ability built into that as well, and he's rolling a gold, silver and bronze on that specific attack that does a minimum of 3 damage. So he can get about the board, or the ring, sorry, where he needs to be, and when he does any rope attacks, he's got an ability for his antlers, which gives +1 damage after your damage result, and potentially if you can spike and get an additional damage on the beatdowns. The word did not come to me there. And an additional damage as well. He could cripple someone very quickly.
Yeah.
And he's got a decent amount of. His stats aren't the best, but they're not terrible by any stretch.
He's in the middle category where he's got 8 health. His dice is all between silver and copper with +1s. He's got that off the rope special, as you mentioned, that causes 3 damage.
Yep.
And again, his costing is only 225k. So yeah, you could keep having. He would be one that you could maybe drop and then look at adding somebody else in, or you could take additional sponsorships, V-rolls, etc. If you were trying to cut your list down to $1 million, but I would have probably, in my opinion, he is probably one of the stronger ones in the team. There is a couple, maybe 2 models that coming up that you would maybe decide to try and keep the big guns in there and make it as strong as possible. But yeah, good all round character, fun to play against.
Yep. The next model is the Abdominal Snowman, and I hate this model. In terms of just look.
Magic Mike.
He's got too much going on at the front there.
Yeah.
Again, he likes turnbuckle attacks. Again, very strong. We're noticing a sort of pattern here with gold, silver and bronze. The damage is 4 damage, which is again pretty strong, but the range is only 3. So in order to get this ability off, you're going to need to think maybe ahead or lure someone in or shove someone closer, to get this ability off. He doesn't. He's got ice in the veins as well, so he doesn't take bleeding. So again, you could pair him up with a tree, and then go and get someone. And if he does come off the turnbuckle, if he does a successful attack and you do roll a cheer, he also gets 2 stamina back as well.
So he heals up 2 stamina.
So again, you can.
There is something quite creepy about the artwork. Maybe not the actual model itself, but the artwork's probably
it's a bit in your face, isn't it?
in your face. Definitely Magic Mike springs to mind.
Never seen it.
I never have, but I've been told about it. So
So
what more would you want from a snowman? Instead of big and round.
That's it. He's smashing.
Right.
Finally, we've got the last model, which is my favourite model in the box. It was actually a pleasure to paint. It was the first model I painted. As soon as I seen the model, I thought this guy just looks cool. Didn't really know anything about his abilities. I just thought a wee gingerbread man running about the board is fun. So he's called the Ginger Shred Man, and his stats are, you'd expect him not to be great. He's only got 3 health, but he has a number of really special abilities. So again, a turnbuckle attack is pretty strong, a range of 6 with devastating. So again, you can bully multiple models if you can set your team up well. You can bully your enemies. It only does 2 damage, but it's 2 silver, a copper +1. So there's a high chance you're going to squeeze some damage through. In addition to that, before he does his turnbuckle, I think you were saying that he rolls a crowd pleaser with the way the cookie crumbles. You can add an additional damage onto your damage roll, or this model suffers a damage.
Depending on your.
It breaks his leg.
Depends how good your roll is.
Then he
has these special abilities.
He has the best ability in the game.
Absolutely tortured me for round after round.
So the 5-second rule. So as soon as this model is reduced to 0 stamina, therefore he's KO'd, you immediately roll a crowd pleaser. So there's not even a chance to pin him, not a chance to pick him up. You roll the crowd pleaser. If you gain a cheer, he recovers all stamina immediately. So you can spend a number of activations trying to remove him.
Again, that's only if you've got additional friendly wrestlers.
There's a limit.
So again, positioning, which Jonny played a blinder in, was well played, and I spent far too much time trying to kill a 3 health model. It probably swung the game for you dramatically. Because I left everybody else alone and just thought the gingerbread man's got to go. But again, weight 1 and his attacks are in that range of copper and silver.
They're not the best,
but he done great, and Jonny's dice were on fire.
That's
so
good.
The guy he didn't perish the whole game, but he gave him must have gave you another 4 or 5 activations. Me not really doing much to your team apart from trying to eliminate the ginger shred man.
He was just a nuisance.
Complete.
He doesn't have a great amount of walk movement, but
what you did do with him, it was all down to positional play, and
if you can get him on a turnbuckle,
he played it really well.
He's strong. The range 6, you should probably be able to get back to a turnbuckle, but in our game, I would say that you also neutered them. Once you've seen that come off, you're like, oh, you're not getting that again.
And that's when we all get caught up in the corner, and sometimes you get booted off the turnbuckle a couple of times, which which normally wouldn't have happened, but because we were all fighting over the one corner, then it was pretty good.
It was pretty good. So
all in all, a very good box. Strong, however, just to be aware, if you're playing $1 million, you need to either sacrifice or add in a superstar to balance it up.
Yeah.
That we decided for our game to add in a superstar so that you could view all the models, get to see them on the channel, and find out what they do and let us find out what they do. So yeah, it was an all in all good day of filming and gameplay. Thanks to TT Combat for bringing out a Christmas edition team.
Yes,
that was
absolutely.
It's a bit unusual. You don't really find that in most games.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hoping that they can maybe bring out something similar this. Some additional recruits.
Yeah.
Maybe Rudolph or something.
Aye, another couple of models would be really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed the box, I have to say. It's not something I would have picked up myself. I've got a very specific theme that I like. I like the sort of Mexican conquistadores, sort of models from the Monte Carlo, and I've kind of just stayed on that sort of line. However, it was actually nice to play something completely different. You might not be getting this box back, pal.
That's fine. As I say, we're now invested.
Yeah, they're a bit of a favourite now, I think.
Yeah, we're now invested, so you might see them between now and the end of the year, more than once on the channel. But we'll try and get everybody on there and maybe try and mix it up some future tag team battles or a WrestleMania or something.
We've got all the boxes, so we'll get some.
We'll get some good games on the go. So yeah, if you like the video, just give us a like, share, add some comments. If you've got any comments about anything you see in the ring, drop us some feedback, and we'll try and get back to you. So give us a like and a share and subscribe.
Thank you.
See you later.